Okay. All right, and we are live. Welcome, welcome, April.
Thank you, Shayna.
How you doing today?
I am I am doing.
She's
You know I'm
doing.
nervous. I don't
So,
know why I'm so nervous and I'm hot.
guys,
Ooh,
it's
okay. I'm
cool.
good.
It's
I'm
sunny
good.
vibes over here.
How
Um,
about you? How you making out today?
I am doing very well.
Good.
So let's start off with, can you tell people what your name is and where did you grow up?
um, my name is April McKenzie. I laugh because my mind went all over the place where I grew up. I grew up born in Doylestown, Pennsylvania, grew up in Mount Airy and Winfield,
Okay,
and now I live outside of the city.
all right. So question, are there people of color in that area other than your
That's a
family?
very that's a very good question. Um, there are people of color in this area. I'm gonna say out of the people of color, the majority are probably like Hispanic, um, but very few and far between.
Okay.
Hence why this is not my favorite place to live right now.
Mm. So did you grow up in the place that you're in now? In that community?
No, no, I grew up in Philadelphia. I am about an hour outside of Philadelphia now, but I grew up in Mount Airy and Winfield. So, but the majority of my time was spent in Winfield, which was really close to St. Joseph's University. I don't know if you've ever been in that area, but
Okay.
20 some odd years there. So that's where I consider I grew up.
All right.
Yeah.
So did you grow up in a single parent family home? Were both of your parents in the home, or did you grow up with somebody totally different?
A single parent home, my mother primarily, but I had a lot of influence and interactions with her boyfriend who raised my brother and myself along with her for the most part. So, but my dad was there in my life, just in and out for the most part.
Did you know the reason for that?
Well, at the time as a kid, you just think it's probably your fault, but looking back, I think he just struggled with living just with life. He just had a lot of like internal things that didn't allow him to really show up in the way that he most likely wanted to for me and my brother. So I have a certain level of certain level of compassion for him now that I'm older and I know what life is about and how hard it can be. And I'm learning some more of his story as I got older and talking to people. I think he was just I can't speak for him. He's no longer with us, but um, I'm assuming it was just a lot of internal stuff that didn't allow him to show up in the way that a father should show up for his children,
Okay.
if that makes any sense.
Yes, it does. It does. So you said you grew up with one sibling?
Yes, I have a younger brother,
Okay.
Michael.
How much of a distance in age are you guys?
We're only, I'm horrible with this stuff, but we're not even quite 2 years, but I'll say 2 years. We're about 2 years apart. So not that much of a difference in age.
Are you guys close?
We we are, I think we're close, but we just don't live in close proximity. So we're not as close as I would like us to be just because of that, but I think we're pretty close.
So I was growing up in a single parent family home. Would you consider yourself as growing up impoverished, middle class? You really didn't know that.
Uh, I want to say at the time, I didn't really uh, know any better. Like, everyone else around us lives, similarly. So, but I'm not even sure if it would be considered middle class, but the man who raised me was really um, well off financially. So I got to see a a lot of different, uh, I guess, not so like social levels in terms of, or economic levels in terms of my friends and who I hung around and family, and then also my mom, and then the man who raised me. I got to see uh, the differences, but I didn't really feel it. If that, I really didn't feel it. Like I don't feel like looking back, I feel like my mom was she's always been a hard worker. She always worked,
Mhm.
but she didn't necessarily have to work. I think she did that for herself. Yeah.
Would you say that you get the drive from her?
Uh, my drive. I'm not sure if it would be like considered a drive, but I definitely get my work ethic from her. I believe in terms of whatever I'm doing, I am doing it to the best of my ability. Yeah.
So, what would you say your ethnic background is?
Oh my gosh, Anna, you know that's hard for Black folks. Well, out for me, I should say a lot of my friends to I would say, like when I think of myself, I consider I'm Black, but as I get older, I look back and I get more information and I learn about my family, and primarily I grew up with my mom's side of the family, but I didn't even know that my grandmother was Haitian until I was like 21 years old. So I so yeah, and I happened to be dating a Haitian guy at the time. Um, but I don't know. I feel like kind of like out like a outsider in terms of not knowing like and not being able to identify with any other part of me is except for just saying, I'm just a black American, but because I
You
don't
pretty much grew up Americanized. Like you didn't have the food or anything in the household.
know we like nothing, absolutely nothing. Like I said, I didn't learn that my grandmother was Haitian until I was about 21. So um I'm just like lost. That's when you said you were talking about family. I'm like, I don't know much about my family. My dad's side was from down south. So when he passed away, I got to meet some of my family and hear his story and talk to them. But other than my dad's side being from down south and my mom up north and growing up on a farm in Bucks County and learning later that her mom was Haitian, I don't know much else about my family.
So you never met her mom.
Oh yes, I met my grandmother. She passed away probably when I was about 30 or so, something like that. Probably about 30.
Okay. Did you
Yeah.
ask her any questions about her ethnic background?
I don't think she didn't really know much. She didn't know much. I started having conversations with her when I got older, but other than knowing that her father was Haitian, she didn't carry on. She wasn't taught anything about the culture. So it was her father who was Haitian. A cousin looked into it. Um, I don't know whether it was 23andMe or Ancestry or something like that. So we did get to see a paper with my great grandfather's signature on the boat that he came over on from Haiti when he was 19. But other than that, I don't know anything else.
Are you interested in visiting if you haven't?
I am very interested in visiting. Very, very interested in visiting.
We need to
This is
get
not
that trip together then.
well. I don't think it's the safest to go now, but absolutely, that is before I die. I want to like have my foot on the land that um that my ancestors are from. I would love that. Along with, of course, going back to Africa, visiting Africa, or I say not visiting, but going back home to Africa.
Back home.
I'm trying to get rid of that vocabulary, those things that we've been conditioned to believe. But
Yeah, exactly. Do you cook?
Dana. Um, I live with my mom again, so I don't have to cook. So I do cook, but I don't do it on a regular basis or, consistently. I mainly just cook if I feel if the spirit moves me or if I'm cooking for kids. But I don't really get enjoyment out of it. Say it again, Shayna.
No, you was like, if the spirit moves me,
Which
I
is
get it. I get it.
which isn't that often. Which isn't that often at all. Nope, doesn't move me that often.
So I bring that up to say, like, are you ever interested in getting a Haitian dish and trying to make it?
I wouldn't even know where to start. It's funny that you say that because I was asking my mom about a dish that she makes, this a macaroni and cheese she hasn't made in a long time, and I want to learn how to make it just so I can kind of take that from her,
Mhm.
And of course, we're all not going to be here, but that's something I kind of want to keep in tradition that in regards to her. But so I literally just had that conversation with her the other day about macaroni and cheese, but I never even considered trying to make a Haitian dish because, like I said, I just don't feel connected to the culture, and I wouldn't even know where to start. I wouldn't want to mess it up. I do kind of feel like an outsider. I have a coworker who is Haitian, and we were talking, and we were talking about family, and she said she was Haitian, and I'm like, my grandmother was Haitian. She's like, well, you're Haitian, and I was like, I know, but it's hard for me to say it because she's like, I know. She's like, and she asked what my father's name was, and I told her it was Gallo. And she's like, yes, you're Haitian, and I'm like, I know, but it's just I'm still like an outsider. So actually, you know what? Now that I'm talking about that, I'm gonna ask my coworker to teach me a dish because she cooks.
So,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
how to get connected. You gotta
Yeah,
be
yeah, yeah. Didn't
smart.
even think about like going through her and like, yeah, didn't even think about it.
Yeah, that'd be exciting.
Hmm. So I
Very-
had to let you know how that goes, and you can be my guinea pig
Yeah.
and tell me the truth about it.
You can do an African Haitian dance class. You gotta get connected. Come on.
I never even thought about that. I never thought about the cuisine or like a dance class. Never thought about it. Look
Yeah.
at you
We'll have
opening
that
up
on
my
your
eyes and whatnot.
I'm blurry. Yeah. We'll have that on your bucket list.
Okay, yep, yep, absolutely. You did get blurry all of a sudden. What happened?
Isn't that weird? Hold on. We are live still. I don't know what that was about. See, the ancestors came out right there. All
Oh,
right,
it's
good
clear
now.
again.
What is happening? All right, I think we're good. Okay, so what would you like your legacy to be?
My legacy. Uh, when you say legacy, it's hard for me to consider that for me because I don't have any children. So when I think of legacy, I
You want
automatically think
children to have a legacy? It's what your mark is on the world.
on
What
the
you want
world.
to remember you by.
Uh, it would be the children that are a part of my life, like my little cousins, probably like the stories that they would tell about me, or hopefully the impact that I've had on their lives in a hopefully in a positive way. Aside from that, just being kind-hearted, giving, and as transparent and authentic as I can be, which is something I strive for. Um, I feel like I'm just scratching the surface, so I don't even know.
Hello, you still trying to live life, honey.
I know, I know.
So,
I'm trying not to some things. I'm trying not to say some things.
uh-oh. Should I
No, that's for
repeat?
that's me and you personal stuff later.
Okay, okay. No, so I had brought that up because I had took this course in college and they made us create our own obituary. It's like, I never thought about that. And they were like, you gotta start thinking about that because you want people to say certain things in there and you might not want certain things. So create your own obituary, leave it.
Wow.
Yeah, leave it just in case. You never know what happens. And it'll be stuff that you want to be said in it.
Oh, wow. That's a great exercise. Okay. What do I want to be said about my life when they're celebrating it? Okay. I like that. I like that.
For sure. So what would you say makes you happy in life?
I think it changes, but um, right now, what makes me happy in life is being able to be myself um, in all the various facets that make me up. So, like the awkwardness of
Mhm.
me, the silliness, the um, just being able to really just show up in all of me, be around people who accept all of me, and and so that's making me very happy because it's allowing me to I think feel more comfortable about myself by getting reassurance and by being around people who accept me,
Yeah, for
which
sure.
is something I've struggled with in the past. But also right now, what's making me happy is connecting with the people I love and doing things that I like, that inspire me and that I love as well. That's what's making me happy right now.
Nice. So I
Yeah.
hear you brought up struggle. What would you say was your most um, pivotal moment in life, um, struggle wise?
Struggle wise. There's so many moments that come to mind in terms of struggle. But one of the most pivotal, I don't know why. I just kind of want to go. There are a few things. One thing in particular is popping up is when my grandmother passed away, that was um an unexpected struggle. That was because I didn't consider myself really close to my grandmother, but I really took it hard
Mhm.
uh when she passed away. A lot of things I was doing at the time uh showed me that um it was a significant moment in my life, and I struggled immensely through that. So I'm going to say that since it came to mind, I'm going to say, but there are so many things that I've struggled with. I can't really pinpoint one. There are quite a few things that come to mind when I think about struggles um, and overcoming things, mostly in my head, but overcoming things in life about myself. Um, but my grandmother comes to mind. I'll also say this because this is here for some reason, but trying to like unpack some things early in my life in terms of, okay, I'll say struggling with getting to know myself, because I think a lot of us, we don't really know who we are. I think we start out knowing who we are, and
Mhm.
all the well-meaning people in our lives want to guide us to where they want
Big
us to
one, too.
go,
Right.
or what they think is right. And sometimes unconsciously, I think, excuse me, my alarm is going up. Unconsciously, like projecting some things that they wanted to do with their lives. So, um, in a loving way, maybe sometimes not in a loving way, but I think I've struggled for a long time, and I think this is why I'm feeling really good in this moment that I'm in right now, is that I'm kind of getting away from all of that stuff, all that noise, and trying to like, what
Right.
do I want? What do I really want? What really makes me happy? How do I want to, curate my life,
Yeah.
not based on, yeah, not based on my terms. Yes, exactly. Not based on what other people think I should be doing, or what I've been told that I should be doing, or what I've been told that I am, trying to figure out what I really am, um, and what I really want, um, across the board. So that's something I've struggled with for a very long time, and I didn't really make a lot of strides in that area. I was really stuck for a long time, and just like stagnant and depressed in the head all the time. But now I'm actually like doing little things to figure it out for myself. So I think that's been probably the biggest struggle, and I'm really proud of how far I've come, and that I'm still here to keep figuring it out.
Hello.
Because that was
Um,
a struggle too. Sometimes I thought I didn't want to be here. So the fact that I'm still here is like, I'm very, very proud of myself for that.
yeah, for sure. So
Mhm.
if you were to give your younger self some advice, what would that be?
I would probably tell her, hmm, oof. I would probably tell her they are not my responsibility. They meaning anyone that's not me is not my responsibility. Um, yeah, yeah, kind of coming back to myself, like it's about me, and it's all right to be about me and to be selfish. I would definitely tell my younger self that.
Yes, ma'am. So,
Hmm.
um, what would you say calms you down? Like if you're finding yourself getting too much in your head, you're letting people live in your head rent free, and you just need to unwind. What are some things that you do? I know some people listen to music, some people read.
Hmm.
What is it
Yeah.
you do?
Uh, right now, one of the reasons I was like running late, getting on here with you, watching movies. I love music too. So I did that after I watched the movie. But I love watching movies. It's like an escape, but in a good way. I've always, yeah. So watching movies, I prefer to go to the movie theater because that's a whole experience. And I go a lot. Well, I have gone a lot by myself. Um, but movies, music, just like you said, and running. If I go jogging when I'm on my A game, it
Oh,
helps clear my mind. Writing, and it used to be reading when I was younger, but I haven't read in a long time. I haven't read that in that way in a long time. But those are the things right now.
okay. Is there a reason for that?
Laziness.
Okay. Like, yeah, I could just turn on the movie. I ain't gotta read all that.
Pure laziness. Pure laziness. I have so many books that I've never even read. So it's
Okay.
pure laziness. And I'm, you know what? I'll take laziness back. It's my attention span, I think. Um, I just have I tend to have a short attention span when it comes to that, to reading, like sitting, even though I'm sitting for the movie. So, but I guess it's not engaging me because it's not like moving. It's
Yeah,
just,
right.
yeah.
Yeah. I think something that you may want to consider is taking an Amtrak ride, like cross country.
I've always wanted to do that.
Yeah.
You've
So,
done that.
no, I mean I've driven across
Bucket
country, but
list.
I want Yeah, I already booked it. I'm going this March. So,
Oh my God.
but
I'm
yeah,
happy for you, but jealous at the same
that's
time.
it. So it winds you down. You know,
Yeah.
it, yeah. I think that'd be great.
And how, well, you drove cross country. I want to do cross country too, drive cross country, but in like a RV. You down for that?
Yeah, for sure.
Okay,
I'm
okay.
down for whatever. So we're gonna wrap up. Before we leave though, I do want to ask you, what is a quote that you live by in life that keeps you going?
Oh my gosh. A quote. Um, it's not, there's so many good quotes, and of course I blank right now, but it's from a poem, and it's probably not going to make any sense. It's from one of my favorite poems, um, entitled Broken Love by William Blake. And for some reason it stuck with me. It's just not necessarily a quote, it's just a line. Um, it's uh, I forgive you, you forgive me. It's like a reminder uh, to myself that that we're all imperfect, and we all um, I feel like in order to live the lives that we want to live, and that the lives that are waiting to be lived by us, requires us to forgive and to be forgiven.
Nice,
So it's
nice.
not a quote, but it just popped in my head. I was like, all right, I'm just gonna go with
I like that. I like that. Um,
it.
so if anybody wanted to reach out to you, connect, um, how would they reach you?
I'm gonna say Instagram because I'm on Instagram a lot, too much probably. Uh, at April, April, another L, McKenzie, MCKENZIE, at Instagram.
Nice, nice. So thank you for your time.
Thank you, Shayna.
Hope to see you again after you cook some Haitian stuff. You know, book that trip.
Okay, yeah, I'll see you sooner than that. but uh,
Yeah.
but yes, I'm gonna try to. I'm not gonna like try to get on your Amtrak trip, but something that you're doing. 'Cause you're
You
always doing
can.
something. So one of these things I'm gonna get on.
All right, all right. I'll talk to you soon.
Why do you sound like Matthew McConaughey?
No, I don't.
Yeah.